Hey there, Kyle Morse here with Expanse, and today I'm going to answer any lingering questions that you might have about the Expanse platform. So let's dive in. The first thing that we're going to do is let's go across the top navigation and then we'll dive into the projects because projects is probably where you'll spend the most of your time. Now, if you go to the second tab, this is deployments. Deployments is where all of your deployments will live. You will be able to deploy a model inside of a project, but this view, we created it just so you have a quick and easy overview of all your deployments. This will be useful in the future when we add all of our graphs and notifications and all that fun stuff. Now, under resources, we've added an integrations tab. Currently, we allow you to integrate with Google Drive. We have a BigQuery integration. We have a Snowflake integration, and we'll be adding many, many more integrations. But for now, you can see I've added my Google Drive account, my Kyle at Expanse Google Drive account. I'll go ahead and click test connection, and it says that the Google Drive account is connected. I'll show you inside of projects where you can access those files. Now, if you want to add multiple Google Drive accounts, what you do is just click on Add Integration, click on Google Drive, sign in with Google, and sign in with that other account. You'll be able to sign in with multiple Google Drive accounts and get visibility into those files inside of the projects page. Now let's dive into the projects page. When you first want to create a project, just click Create Project and define a project name. This project name, I'll say it's going to be my second most amazing project. And the project description is optional, so I'll leave that blank. Now you'll see I have my second most amazing project created. Now, what we allow you to do is to share this with anybody that already has an Expanse account. So if you want to share this file with a friend, a coworker, a client, make sure that they have an Expanse account. This is something that is useful when handing over projects to clients and also collaborating on projects with a team. So just click on share. You can enter a person's email address. I'll go ahead and enter my email address, and then the user will appear. Click on that user and go ahead and share. Now, if you have somebody on Instant Messenger, you can generate an invitation link in lieu of an email link. So just go ahead and go through the same process and click generate. It will generate an email link. You can copy that link and send that to the individual. Now let's dive into the project itself. I'm going to go ahead and move my face over here. On the left-hand side here, you will see that my Google Drive account that I've already connected inside of resources is visible here. So these are my project files. Every single user will receive Expanse storage. You'll receive 5 gigs of Expanse storage if you have the free account. If you upgrade, you'll receive more storage, and I'll get into that here in a minute. Now, I just want to show you the toggle between Expanse storage and Google Drive, so you can see my Google Drive files. And then we have shared storage. These are the files that will be shared with anybody that you have given access to this project. If you want to, you can go ahead and go to Expanse storage, and then we can say, let's select the files I want to share. If I want to share this particular file, then I'll say, okay, copy this file to the shared folder. Now what's happening in the background is that file is being copied into the shared folder. So we can click here and there's that file. Now what's important is to realize that this is the file that you need to work from. So this shared file is the same file that somebody else can see because you shared it with them. Now, if you wish to revoke that permission from the individual, just go ahead and remove and you are good to go. So let's go ahead and dive into Google Drive account. I think the Google Drive integration is something that's really cool and extremely useful. So we're going to start here. Now, the Jupyter Notebook section is something that should look very familiar. We went through the trouble of building a native Jupyter Notebook because we intend to make minor workflow customizations to the Jupyter Notebook, but we went ahead and integrated Jupyter Notebooks into our application. I will open up a file here in a minute. We also have a code editor. A code editor is a text editor for now. So if you want to open up any files in the code editor, you can open those here without having to leave the application. And then we also have remote servers. So you can select specific remote servers that you wish to spawn to train. Right now, we have 3 remote servers. Those remote servers all have a price per hour, and we operate on a membership platform. So these prices, if you don't want to pay these prices, just upgrade your membership. You'll see what happens to the prices. So I'm currently in the forever free account. If I want to pay a lower price, you can become a pro member for $79 a month, and then your price per hour will decrease substantially to $2.69 for a Tesla V100. And then also, if you want to upgrade to the elite membership for $129 a month, then we will decrease the Tesla V100 price to below spot price of AWS and of Google Cloud. So this is a significant savings that you'll find exclusively here on the Exspanse platform. This membership alone will immediately save you money if you do train on high power GPUs and high power CPUs. We intend to add many more GPUs, CPUs, and TPUs to this list, so stay tuned for those updates. Now, what I want to do is I want to spawn a Tesla T4. So all you have to do is click start machine, and this will start the machine. Sometimes it starts in a few seconds. And if there's a lot of users on the platform, it might take a couple of minutes to spawn these machines. This one, it took a couple of seconds, so we are good to go, and we are ready to open our Jupyter notebook and begin training. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up a simple, from my Google Drive account, I'm going to open a simple GPU query. So I'm going to open in Jupyter. I can't remember if this is a PyTorch model or if it is a TensorFlow model. I think it's a PyTorch model, so I'm going to say open this file. And what's happening is you'll see the status down here, remote Jupyter on. We already have some output here that had automatically saved from the last time I had done it. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going to go ahead and go to cell. I'm going to go to run all, and let's see what happens. All right, perfect. Now we can get confirmation that this is in fact a Tesla T4. So that is what we are connected to. There are other files that we can open. Let's do that just for the sake of, just for fun. So I'm going to open up this water quality model inside of my Google Drive account, and I'm going to right click. I'm going to open this one in Jupyter. I'm going to say remote. Oof, this is another one. I think this is actually TensorFlow. So I'm taking a guess here. So this is launching a whole new machine with a different file that I selected here from my Google Drive account. All right, so what I'll do is I'm just going to show you. Maybe I'll get some errors. Let's just run all. Let's see what happens when we run all. Errors are a name of the game for machine learning and data science. Boom, there's an error. So you can see that this is what the user interface is like. This is the experience itself. We're training directly from a Google Drive file. We can save directly into the Google Drive file. We can read and write into Google Drive, which is something that is extremely, extremely useful, very powerful for data scientists who use Google Drive as a data storage source. Now, something on the right-hand side here that is also interesting is something that we call the easy layer. This is our first go at a low-code user interface. So if you want to, you can play around with this. You can click on TensorFlow, click on CNN. What this is doing is it's pulling a CNN template, Expanse TensorFlow remote. So I'm going to open up that file, and this is going to launch the remote machine, and we will see some of the magic that occurs with the easy layer. So the purpose of the easy layer is for us to be able to easily change things like hyperparameters. So I can click here and I can say add an update. You'll see that the batch size changed. So instead of 5 epochs, let's do 590. Add update, and that updates here. There are other items that we've added in the easy layer, and this will continue to evolve, but this is the purpose of the easy layer, is just to give you an idea and an understanding of the direction that we're going, where we are focused on making your lives easier, and we're trying to bring the cost of compute way, way, way down. Now, the next most important section is the deploy API. Now, I don't have any deployments available, and I have to admit, I'm not a machine learning engineer. But the good thing is that I am dangerous enough to know how to use Expanse, which shows how easy this platform is. So I'm going to fumble my way through the deployment section. I'm not going to try to deploy anything because I know it's going to result in an error. But to create a deployment, just click create, and we'll call this Kyle's first deployment. All right. Now, just go ahead and click on the first deployment. Then the next tab you go to is the setup tab. Now, this setup tab, what you do is you select the server. Right now, we just have one CPU server. We will be adding more, but this is the server that your deployment will live on 24/7. So select your server, define your port number, use a custom Docker file if you wish. I'll just click on these so I can show you how this works. And then you can upload your files, click save. And once you click save and everything's good to go, you can go to deploy, click the deploy button, and then you'll see an output of the actual files being written to the server. And in the end, once this deployment is ready and it's marked as ready, you will see inside of API details a URL that you'll be able to use for your own API calls. Now, our goal when we built Expanse was to build a single ecosystem that allows you to build, train, and deploy from a single user interface. And that's what you can do from here. In the coming weeks, we will be releasing a Mac and PC application that not only allows you to train remotely, but also you'll be able to train locally for free, 100% free on your own rig if you have one, or your own local computer. So from the click of a button, you will be able to configure your own local machine, and you'll be able to train locally first, then pay for your remote training. So we're really excited about that update. And potentially the most exciting update that we have here in the next several weeks is the launch of our AI marketplace called DeepSpace. Inside DeepSpace, this will be a searchable library of pre-trained models where our Expanse members will be able to publish, sell, and also buy models from this marketplace for rapid prototyping and deployment. Now, that is my tutorial, and thank you so much for putting up with me for 10 minutes. Please feel free to reach out to us if you run into any issues. We're very active on Discord, we're active via email, and we're even active on live chat. So please feel free to email us, IM us, live chat us. We are here to help you, and together we will make AI accessible for all.